Oh, what the? Dude. You know, oh my God.
Halloween.
I can't with y'all. You're gone for 1 week and this is what happens.
One second here, just connecting to the pages here, and we'll be up in just a second, folks.
It's my ringtone, by the way.
You know what? I mean, I know it's summer ween, but really,
It's never too early for Halloween.
listen. I mean, I need Jaws season first. I don't need Halloween
Oop,
season
who did
just
we
yet.
lose? Lost Mike.
What?
Hey, all right. Hey, we are live, guys. Hello.
Yeah, we're back.
Oh,
We
I'm
are
frozen.
back. Yeah,
Back
well,
from
that's
Amity.
Mike. I'm sure he'll be back. He might have been having technical.
Mike will be back from being back.
Yeah, I got a delay as well, so I may have to pop up. Oh, nope, there it is. Okay.
There we go.
Hey,
All right,
There's the boss.
The master
we're
blaster.
back.
My StreamYard shut down.
Yeah, mine's being
Must have
stupid
been,
too. So.
The ghost of Michael Myers shut down my StreamYard.
Yeah,
I
Michael
don't need.
Myers.
I don't need summer ween. Come on.
Michael Myers has so much to do with Jaws.
Well, they're
Oh,
horror
man.
genre, somewhat.
Dick Warlock.
Yes.
They both
Yeah.
have,
Dick
Warlock,
Warlock,
yes,
yeah.
that's exactly
The
right.
Warlock,
Yeah.
the Orca was the Warlock before it was changed
Hello,
to Orca.
Victor.
Hey,
Oh, very
Victor.
good.
Victor, my buddy Victor.
Hey, bud.
Victor, how are you? And we've got Michael, the untrained artist, the Oilers. Yeah, we already hazed him over that one, so we gave him a hard time about that.
Hey, they saw the
And we got
Jets or something
Robin.
like that.
See?
Hi, Robin.
Hey, Robin.
So, how is everyone? I hope everyone had a good weekend. I'm still a little bit tired from getting back from our Amity trip. So, hope you guys are doing well. We got a couple of people joining us tonight. We're going to be recapping our little Amity Island reunion from this past weekend and hitting on some of the events and just sharing some of our experiences and some of the things we did while we were there. And
Well,
joining us tonight outside of the usual gang, we've got our good friend Mark who's hanging out with us tonight, and Jeff is joining us again tonight as well. These guys, we were palling around with these guys the entire weekend, amongst others as well on the island, and so I thought it'd be cool to maybe have them stop by and kind of join us for a little bit, help us recap some of this stuff. So really cool.
So I'm gonna tell. I don't mean to. I'm sorry. I wanted to have to say this. Number one, I'm very proud I didn't have to bail anybody out because I know you got. You know, I didn't want to have to call the chief of police on the island and go, dude, I know. But anyway, didn't have to bail any of you guys out. And then I tell Nate and the rest of the guys, I said, look, I'm watching the camera from Woods Hole. Smile when you're on the ferry because I couldn't go. So I kept waiting.
Well, we did send you the picture, so
You did send a picture.
yeah.
You did. And I'm
We
so
did.
glad you didn't do the other thing because that would have wound you up in jail. But anyway,
But it would have been fun, you know.
it would have been
Would have been
funny,
worth
but I
it.
don't want to call Jonathan Cyril. No, I don't want to call Jonathan.
So, at any rate, we got to the island. We ended up getting into the Cape Thursday, and typically what I do is we usually go up because of the ferry. We usually go up. I travel a pretty good distance by car, and so to kind of play it safe, we usually grab a night somewhere, and that's kind of what we did. So we ended up spending a little bit of time in Falmouth, doing a night in Falmouth, and even hopped up to Hyannis. I'm not sure when everyone else got into town, but we had a blast. One of the things that we really wanted to do last year and did not get the chance is we wanted to stop by another close friend of ours, Greg Najar, his store in Hyannis, which is, I believe, it's Whitewater Adventure or Whitewater Experience. And he literally has a Soul Jaws shop right in downtown Hyannis. and he was a little under the weather, couldn't meet us, and so we decided, you know what, we're going to head in that direction anyway. So four of us headed into Hyannis for the night, grabbed a bite to eat, went over to Greg's shop, and had an absolute blast just hanging out, talking to his wife. People were coming in. We were talking with other Jaws fans that were walking in and out. So if you guys, on top of checking out some of the pictures there, just a snapshot of some of the things that he sells Jaws related. If you're interested in getting things, he still has a bunch of 50th items as well, or just experiencing going through the shop and talking with either him or his wife. I really highly suggest you guys check it out. We hung out there for a good, at least an hour, walking around, and at some point we had to take Val's credit card away from him because every time he came back around, he had another bag. Val looked like looked like one of those sales where they give you a bag and whatever you can fit in the bag you can have for $5. That's what Val looked like walking around.
Look at that bag. I'm telling you, this store had so much good Jaws stuff at such reasonably priced prices that I could have, seriously, I must have went up to the counter at least 8 times, back and forth. I found something else. I found shirts. I found magnets. I found the hat I'm wearing. Everything's good quality. It's the best. It's the best Jaws store I've ever been in. So yeah. I mean, it was terrific, and his wife was sweet. Maria was very sweet, and hopefully Greg's feeling better. But man, this shirt I'm wearing I got from that shop and others. So
listen, and those shirts he has. Yeah, and he had stacks of shirts sitting at the front counter. Or I'm sorry, at the front of the shop. They were 2 for $10, and I was like, "Yeah, okay." Got like 3 of the shirts. Oh my gosh, they're the best shirts in the world. I wish I'd have bought more of them. To be honest with you,
well, they look good on Nate, man. He should be a male, like a model of those shirts, man. They fit you perfectly. Me, I'm bulging at all the wrong spots. So.
We'll take your word for it.
Okay.
You all right, Janie? You need some water?
Yeah.
Working on the sweat there, Janie. All right. No, all joking aside, it really was, and we had a lot of fun. I mean, we did. We kicked around Falmouth a little bit, checked in our hotel, and then headed to Hyannis, grabbed something to eat, just sat down and talked, which ironically we do it every week, but we rarely get to do it in person. Janie, you have a question?
Yeah, Horseshack has a question, Mr. Kata. Listen.
Nice reference.
Thank you. So can you order anything online from his store?
I don't know.
Good question. I'd have to
That's
check
a good
with
question.
him over that.
Yeah.
Can I just throw this out there? So so on Circuit Avenue, Todd Rebello, his store is like Jaws Central. Of course, you can get Jaws stuff anywhere on the island, but he's like, that's a great location. And then I found out if you're in California, in Ventura County, his wife Mia, they have a store there. It's like a micro version of it, but cool. Nothing like what you just showed. That's impressive. But just if you're in California, there is like a micro version of the Todd Rebello store in California.
Let me tell you, Greg's store had 3 times the Jaws stuff that Todd Rebello's store had.
Yeah.
I mean, Todd Rebello's store is great. It's terrific. He's got a great selection of Jaws stuff, but he's got other stuff too. Greg's store, I think, is 90% Jaws, and it's just a different kind of a store. But it's
you know what I love about this? Like if like the childhood version of me knew that this would exist, like yes,
right. It's like
when you grow up, there's going to be a store and all they sell is Jaws stuff.
Love it.
Well, yeah. It'd be really cool if they could do online because I'd be interested in supporting Greg. I would love to get some stuff.
Come on, that's a really good question. We should check that out.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it really would, and again. Todd Shop as well. Todd Shop, obviously caters to the Vineyard and Oak Bluffs, as well as Jaws. You go back and what he has in the back with the memorabilia, and then he has some really cool older nostalgic stuff up in the cases. So either way, hey, hit them both. I mean, really awesome.
There you go.
Awesome places. Awesome places regardless. And that's right. And if you jump the bridge, you immediately have to get out of the water and go to Todd's shop and get a shirt that says I jumped the Jaws bridge and survived. So
soaking
that's the way
wet,
it
no
works.
shoes, just go on in.
It just roll right in. I'm sure.
Nate,
that
did you
they'll be happy
didn't
with
jump the bridge this time, did you?
I'll be honest with you. I did not even, other than drive past, have a chance to go to
Yeah,
the
me
bridge this
too.
time. I mean,
We're
yeah,
busy.
you know, our downtime was
Yeah,
evenings,
Todd.
and I'm not jumping in the water at nighttime. Just not going to happen.
Right.
So
Yeah, we've seen that movie.
yes, yes. So
Fished there for 5
so,
minutes after watching Jaws, and that was enough. In
in
the dark, I might add. I was like, nope.
Mark, you messaged me on Saturday and said, "Are you guys going to jump?" I said, "Yeah, if we get the chance." He goes, "Okay, I'll come watch." So it's all good.
Nope. I didn't even really go down there to see anybody jumping. I went down there Monday and it was like overcasted and it was like rain was coming, so nobody was even. If there was like
Yeah.
in the afternoon more so. I was there like in the morning, but didn't.
Sure.
When did it start raining on the vineyard? When did it start?
Jeff, Monday afternoon, early evening.
Yeah, hang on, I'm trying to remember. So Monday, late afternoon, it started raining, and then a little harder Monday night, and then light rain Tuesday morning, and then teeny light rain on Thursday, if I'm correct. But windy was the big thing. There was like gales up. I don't know if a gale how you qualify, but I remember it was like 31 miles per hour. Some of the wind.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was really windy.
Yeah.
But no complaints. It was beautiful.
It was the weekend.
Yeah, and
The
you
weekend
go
was
there.
perfect.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, what the first time I ever went there, there's a few places in the world like this. Like it's hot, it's sunny, it's windy, it's cold, it's rainy. The water's flat, the water's choppy. And the first thing I was like, oh, that's why it took so long to shoot a movie here. Who would shoot a movie here?
Exactly.
This is like
Sure.
Exactly.
this is the craziest place to shoot a movie. But
Across the water yet.
Yeah.
Hey, we have a handful of other people just kind of chiming in and just saying hello, as well as a couple other things. Michael is saying, "How are you all not broke?" Well, yeah, that.
Hey, when you
kinda
go to
hit
the vineyard, don't
feeling
think
pretty
about
well.
money. Just have fun. And I
Just
didn't think
think
about money and prices.
That's right.
have
Just think
fun.
about a lot of peanut butter and
Wait
jelly
when you get
sandwiches
home.
when you get back. That's what you think
There's
about.
a
You know.
big, there's a ramen noodle menu around here somewhere. So.
And Frankie is joining us. Hello, Frankie.
Hey, Frankie.
My brother.
He's there. Robert is joining us.
Hey,
Uh,
Robert.
good friend from Canada. Jamie Sanders is joining, and Toby Kierton is joining us as well. So
Kobe, where's
yeah,
Kobe? I don't see Kobe. Where is he?
awesome.
Day. Happy late birthday.
Yeah. So, question was Jaws
No.
shown in the theater at MV? Yes, it's shown
Was?
every single week. Absolutely was.
Was it there? What was it? Sunday night?
It's shown every week all through the summer, buddy. It's
I didn't see it. I
Sunday
didn't
night
see
or
it.
Wednesday night. I forget what night. Yeah.
Oh,
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, I wish I could have saw it.
It's shown upstairs every week. That's just a tradition that they have.
Right.
Yeah.
That's well they should.
So, yes, exactly. So, Sunday at 7. There you go. Mark took care of it. Thanks.
Sunday,
buddy.
we do Sunday? Oh, we were on the boat still. We were still on the boat.
On the boat on Sunday. Yeah. Great. So Friday we got up, we got there. I went with Kathy from the museum out for a bike ride, got back, and we all headed down to Edgartown Books. And honestly, that's kind of what set the precedent for the weekend. Two things happened there. Number one, we started running into old friends. You know what I mean? People just started showing up. Nick showed up.
Nick Hathaway.
Yeah. And people just started kind of stopping in and saying hi, and then next thing you know, we're all seated around. You know, I was talking to Matt from the Edgartown Books for quite a while. Mike was doing his book signing, and it was just kind of neat just to sit there and just sit down and kind of decompress and relax from the trip, and really had a good time. And so Mike talking to a couple people, Signing,
we got
signing
dueling legs there. My leg's on the left and Nate's leg's on the right.
And mine's on the right.
Who can cross them better?
Yeah.
Oh, what a contest that would be! I say we put the picture up and have everybody.
I think Nate wins easy.
You got Nate on one side, so you got Popeye on the other.
I don't know. I know. You know, Val, they say calf muscles are hereditary. You definitely have them, my friend. So, yeah, there you go. Do some leg modeling. So
there you go.
But that was kind of the theme for the weekend. We would go places and we would simply reconvene, you know, with a group of people, with a group of friends, you know, and including everyone sitting here. I mean, every time we were somewhere, you know, Jeff was there, Mark was there. I mean, you name it. I mean, everyone just kind of showed up everywhere. And that was one of the big differences from last year. Last year, we were meeting all of these people.
Right.
This year, everybody was around. It was a different vibe. It was laid back, and as we said, it was more close up, more intimate, and it was just a blast just to seriously spend quality time with you guys. You know, amongst other people we ran into. You know, Dean and you know a handful of other people it was just great to see people again. So. What was your experience with that, Jeff? What was this time compared to last time compared to the people?
Yeah, I like the first time I ever went, it was a bucket list, and I spent months preparing so I can, you know, go to all these places. And then the second time, the missing things, and then you hit it on the head. This one was more about the fans, and so my first first thing I want to do go to Michael's the book signings, get buy books, get and then Rick Vale was there, and then it just kind of was. There are a few places where you would run into people. So like Toby and Vanessa, they'd come by, and there's a few places, and it's so small. Even if you don't have plans, there's just kismet, good things. If you miss someone, there's someone else you'll run into. Yeah. But it was So for the first time, I didn't. I'd never been on social media. Till last year, so I could prepare for the trip and everything. So now it was meeting these people, which was wonderful. Mark was one of those people. When I saw you for the first time, Mark, I'm like, oh, meeting you in 3D. This is great.
Yeah, we finally get to meet Mark after a year.
That's right.
Yeah. So what about you, Mark? Would you kind of agree with what he's saying?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I got there, kind of late in the day, only because it was like traffic in Boston, and trying to get onto the Cape was a nightmare. But it's like, as soon as you told me where you guys were, I went and found you there. And then also seeing Rick Vale come walking in was kind of a thing too, because it's like my first year we hung out the whole weekend, and this weekend also running into Peter too is like kind of like a bookend kind of thing, Yeah. So like, Rick brought up a lot of funny parts where my first visit was all peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and drinking soda half the time, but because like didn't know what to expect, price wise. But meeting everybody, and seeing Michael for like more than 5 minutes this time was pretty cool too. Then meeting Jeff and then Rick, Val was pretty cool. So I mean,
very nice.
Seeing Nate and Jeannie again too was quite cool too. So
yeah. And it was a lot of fun hanging out with Toby and his mom once again. I did not expect them to come. Judy showed up Saturday. Didn't expect her to come. Rick, we ran into Rick most of the weekend. In fact, he went out to dinner with us Friday night, and he's a character and a half. I did love sitting around and talking to him. And Jen was getting quite the charge out of him. I don't think she met him before, and so it really was. It was. You could have not had any events, and I think we would have had an amazing time just spending time, in the company of each other. I really do. Yeah, very much. So.
And then too, like this year, I remember how I came in late last year as well, but this year is kind of like I missed everything and everybody last year, but this year is like kind of like icing on the cake of the whole thing. I didn't get to meet, half the people I met this weekend last year. Judy, one of them, which was again, I didn't think she was coming, and all of a sudden I heard Jeff start saying, "Oh, Judy's here." Oh, okay, cool. So
And speaking of not assuming certain people were going to be there. Look at this guy,
Hey,
Toby.
there's my buddy.
Toby, we were just talking about you.
I'm like Beetlejuice. You said my name 3 times. I'll show up.
Show up.
Toby, good to see you, buddy.
Very cool, man. Great to have you on board here, man. Hope you're doing well. And Toby celebrated a birthday while we were on the island. Too, as a matter of fact, we went out and celebrated Saturday night. It was a lot of fun. We sent him home with about 10 pounds of birthday cake.
Are you still eating that cake, Toby? Did you eat it all?
I'm still digesting it. It was great cake.
That was a big cake, yeah.
Great cake.
So yeah. Let's delve into some of the events. What do you guys say? So for us, the museum was kind of like home base for a lot of things. In fact, that's where Mike and I spent a lot of our time, and Val as well. And so a lot of us would go there, meet shows, and then we would end up other places. Each night we kind of ended up someplace different. But really, that's where we spent an awful lot of time. Like the museum itself is just an incredible experience, whether you're there for Jaws or not. Great place to visit, but that's also where all the events were that we were involved in. And so we got a bad echo, right?
Yeah, we got a bad
Yeah, we got
echo.
an echo.
Somebody. Boop.
So I'm trying to think. If you don't have any headphones or earbuds in, mute yourself real quick so we can kind of narrow that down. All right. Okay, the echo's gone.
Echo's
So
gone. So
who
was
muted?
it?
it might be Toby's. No.
No, Toby's got earbuds in.
Oh.
I muted.
They're gone now.
Does he? John, okay, Hoover, it might have been you. Okay, whatever it was
Good
gone now. Okay, all right, no big deal. We're good. A little reverb. Yeah. So the museum itself is such an incredible place to visit. Jaws related, and I truly is. Every time we go there, I spend time there. But also, that's where we went to hang out and spend time with the events. So, any of you guys want to talk to some of the events? Toby, not to put you on the spot, but you just hopped on. What was your favorite event at the museum over the weekend?
Choose your words wisely.
Good question. I really like your talk, Mike. I really like Mike's talk, which kind of closed the festival. And I thought it was very emotional, Mike.
It was, man. It was.
I was touched deeply by it in terms of what your journey with the film, and
Thank you.
you spoke about your career and the relationships and your personal life. I was deeply moved, and again, it kind of summarized really the whole trip this time around, which was the kind of the personal connection between the community. So I appreciated that a great deal. I thought that was really, really wonderful.
Very touching to let your guard down and let Jen hack away at you till you're in tears. So all kidding aside, Mike.
I didn't expect it.
Can I add?
It was like a question.
Great connection. Go ahead, Jeff.
Okay, so in Mike's book Fanatics, you just see this wide swath of people all over the world, different ages, and similar to that, like as being, showing the reach of it. I was having dinner with Mike Currid, who runs these Jaws tours on the island, and he gets the perspective of he has people taking his tour, visiting the island, all these different people. And we were just talking about it being a cultural touchstone and people coming in from it for different reasons, but where it's generational stuff too, where people talk about, a relationship to the film with a parent, or people now showing it to their kids or grandkids or things like that. So it's just so wild that it's 51 years later from the release date. And it just has this impact on so many different people, different ways. But and I didn't see that coming, and I really appreciated that about, it's just talking movies and facts as opposed to a personal connection to something is what it's about.
Correct.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, 100%. Hey, we've got John Whippler joining us tonight, yelling shark at us.
Hey, John.
Matt Drinenberg hopped on to say hello, guys, as well. So yeah, very cool. We
Oh,
got
by
it.
the way, thank you, John Whippler sent me my little game. Thank you,
Yes.
John. I can't
Yes.
wait to start playing it. Thank you, John.
Yeah. And we also, I believe, the gentleman that we met on the boat is actually hanging out with us. So if you guys
There
remember
he is.
Richard
Hey,
from the
Richard.
boat, he was a guy walking around with a nice camera taking pictures we were talking to. So, hey, man, very, very cool you're here hanging out with us. Hope you had a good time as well. So, yeah.
And
Yes.
Richard, he was the person at the airport where we had a final Jaws experience with Carla.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hogendijk. That's the character. The character goes she's short.
Hockendijk.
Yeah, and
Patches.
Patches, the artist. And he asked a great question. He was like, "So what was on the canvas?" And there's nothing there. And obviously Verna Fields, she said there was stuff that was cut out, but just due to the pacing of it and the angles, maybe she was starting the painting. I don't know. But we just got to have a real casual, a nice way to end the trip.
Very nice.
She was a sweetheart. Yeah. She was very friendly, especially at the museum. She was, she told me how to pronounce her name and what it meant, and very, very cool, very approachable. Everybody was. Pretty much everybody was.
They really were, and honestly, anyone and everyone just about who was still around, who perhaps maybe you hoped or expected would show up, I mean, happened to be there. I mean, they really did. We had a lot of the Joe's 2 panel come in. Michael Hayden joined us for quite a bit. When then the autograph and the book signing things that were taking place on Sunday. I mean, anyone and everyone showed up. I mean, the Searle brothers showed up. Yeah, Carla was there. We've had a bunch of people stop by. It was neat because we got a chance to see, and again, just like we're talking about with each other, sit and talk with everyone about everyday life, as opposed to, hi, how you doing? Hey, great. Could I get you to sign this? It was fun to sit around and just kind of powwow with everyone and really have a good time. Yeah.
I also doubled as an Uber driver. I drove the Jaws 2 cast back and forth both days. So yeah. I had them in my car. It was very cool talking to Gigi and Gary Springer and Mr. Dukakis. It was cool just listening to them talk. Yeah, without even me asking them questions, they would be talking about David Zanuck and Zanuck Brown and residual checks and, remember this day when we did this. And, they were reminiscing among themselves about the shooting of the film, which was really cool.
They were awesome. And Tom Dunlop also.
Oh my God. Tom is just like the friendliest, phenomenal. Greatest. He's a great guy.
But when they answered questions too, it was so specific and it was just great the way, like, I always wanted to know this or that about Jaws too, and they were great. And then Matt Taylor was at the museum too, signing his legendary book.
That was
Jaws
cool.
Memories from Martha's Vineyard. Yep. Yeah, that thing is.
I know. It's the best. I know the new one is pretty impressive. And then Christopher Shaw Myers, who I had a blast just sitting and chatting with. I mean, what a fun guy to sit back and animate it when he goes through and explains and talks about things. And just again, personal conversations. What we were hoping, it was going to be much more kind of intimate per se. Not just taken for face value. This time, it really was. You could sit around and have everyday conversations, and that just really, to me, made it so much more meaningful. I'm sure you guys can agree with that. So
he was really friendly, Robert, Ian Shaw's nephew. That book, he wrote a really nice intro to it. He stuck around longer than most, So it's.
I remember him being very, very cool when he was on our show.
Yeah.
I mean, he was, very interesting when we spoke with him then.
Yeah.
And Matt.
Yeah. Matt was happy.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure. Yeah. And despite the fact that we were kind of not consumed, but really focusing on relationships and ourselves, Jaws popped up everywhere. It was everywhere you were on the island. It was still showing up. The little things that maybe when you're there, you're kind of take for granted. Like standing out in front of Nancy's looking at the Monster Mako shark, which is a great restaurant. If you've never been to, you guys just got to get there.
Best truffle fries ever.
Yeah, right. Trust me, if I could get that
best truffle fries ever, man.
I want to give a good shout out to Jeff, who the morning I got to the island, I gave him a call and I picked him up and we went to the Aquina Cliffs and the circle where they shot all, and Jeff knew where everything was. He showed me how to sit on that rock and we got some great shots together. So I wanted to thank Jeff.
And we didn't get ticks in Menentia.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we went
the whole tick thing. Oh my God.
Yeah, so Quint Shack, like, has it always just been abandoned before and after the filming? But there's these huge tall grass, and you don't want to get the ticks there. There's an issue there, and someone overheard us where I was like, "Hey, like, be careful of, don't step in that." And then some guy was making some film on that too.
Yeah, doing a documentary on the ticks of Martha's Vineyard, which I never knew was a problem to this.
Is it like Real Housewives?
Yeah.
Real Housewives.
Yeah, and Catherine Mahone's husband was bitten by a tick, and he's got that disease, that Afagol thing.
Is it Lyme? Is it
no, it's called Afagol. Afagol. You can't have meat or dairy for the rest of your life. It's crazy.
Or 3 years. It could be 3 years or.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just, I didn't know the ticks. I didn't know the.
Wait, let's talk about Dean Cubitt's the arm on the beach there.
God,
I know.
Dean.
He
finally got his
He
stuff
brought
today.
it with him, and that's in his.
He brought it with him.
That's great. That's great.
Like, oh, we have a serial killer on vacation.
Did you see what he said on Facebook? He's like, this ought to go through customs really well.
Oh yeah. He sent me the picture of him packing the arm in his bag before he was leaving, and I'm going, oh, the lady scanning that bag she was just calling every number. You know what I mean? You know, she was hitting the red alert button when she scanned that bag. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Man, oh man. Yeah. And you know, Backdoor Donuts had the Jaws donut going on, and we did make an impromptu stop there Sunday night after leaving offshore, which was a blast. And Narragansett was all over the island. In fact, I got a picture of Mark not only holding but drinking a Narragansett as well. So pretty fun stuff. Pretty safe. Yeah. So a lot of fun.
Once in a lifetime opportunity, Nate.
Yeah, can't pass it up, isn't that right?
It was good. I was last time I had a beer. I think it was the night before, wasn't it? At that dinner for Toby's birthday, and I had Blue Moon. I kind of had like a stomach ache after that because it's been like 5 years since I drank a beer. So
sure.
I guess I had to pay for a little bit, but it was good.
It was like it was worth it.
That's right.
So I just add
the dog, you better.
I just want to add something about Saturday too. After the panel with because I've never been to something like that before, so this is a first, and after we were done, I caught up with Tom Dunlop, who I seen like my second or third year going up there to the vineyard, and we walked on Edgertown for quite a while, chit-chatting about Jaws 2. He showed me, what the autopsy building was, which I never really saw before. And he signed. I have his Chappie Ferry book here somewhere, his book he did there.
Yeah.
And he, we caught up for a little bit, which was kind of nice. He kind of vaguely recalled us having our conversation, catching up a few, back then when it's like and I think the last thing I saw was when his mom was doing pretty bad, was really ill. I don't remember what year that was. Mike, do you remember that?
Sure.
Because she was like in the hospital there.
2 years ago, she was really.
It was about that time that I seen him, and he was still working for the newspaper, and I think he had said he was. I don't know. He was taking care of his mom too, so I don't remember what year that was, but
Sure.
it's pretty cool to catch up with him, and then I talked to Gary for a few seconds. I gave him a little trouble by saying, "Hey, you get in trouble by you're supposed to be in class, aren't you?" And then he didn't. I don't think he really got 2 and 2 together. So it was a good just mingling with everybody there. It was pretty cool.
Not to put you guys on the spot, what was your favorite interaction this weekend? Toby, I'm going after you first. What was your What was your favorite interaction this weekend? Meeting and spending, having the time to spend with the people and talk to them. What did you?
Stop it, Val.
Outside of
Well, I
Val, what?
Well, first of all, just seeing everyone in the flesh again is tremendous, right? Because we're so used to seeing each other either on a screen like this or in photographs. So just seeing everyone again was just wonderful. I think we've forgotten in the digital age how wonderful it is to actually be in the presence of others physically.
Sure.
So that's something that
yeah.
sitting around a table with a group is just sharing food is something that I appreciate a lot. So that was my answer. But of course, seeing the cast again from Jaws was great. Jeffrey was fantastic. His talk was fantastic. Is he 80 years old? I want to be like him when I'm 80. It's tremendous.
I know.
That was pretty fantastic. And talking to him afterwards was very fantastic too. So yeah, it was good.
Very cool. Jeff, what about you?
Next time at Toby's birthday, we had a nice little dinner and a little cake and celebrated. That was fun, Toby. Hanging out with you and your wonderful mother. So. Cheers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and there was a great restaurant. That was a great restaurant. That was.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Rockfish.
And the name has just vanished. But
Rockfish.
yeah, but it was good.
Rockfish. Yeah.
That was the biggest lobster roll I've ever seen, man. I couldn't even finish it.
Val liked the cauliflower stuff.
Oh man, those
were tasty.
Good.
That wasn't the first time you had that starter, right, Val?
At Rockfish, I could have eaten that whole thing, man. Me and your mom were going at it pretty well, man. Just eating that, it was delicious.
And then you had it again on our last meal. Is that right?
Yes, I did.
And don't
forget the story that I'm sure you'll talk about soon.
Don't forget the proposal that went on while we're at the Rockfish the other day too. Somebody had a proposal going on behind us.
Oh, that's right, behind us. Yeah, somebody proposed.
Proposal.
Yeah. Did they say yes, or what happened?
Yes, they did.
I hope so.
The whole place.
Poor guy would be embarrassed.
By the way, the whole place clapped when Toby walked in. We were saying happy birthday, and the whole place joined in.
Everyone joined in. That was great.
That was terrific, right?
Yeah, that really was. Yeah, absolutely. So, Jeff, what was your favorite interaction? I'm just kind of hitting our guess here.
It's funny, as Toby really hit it on the head about just like all these, it's the people, the meals, and then all the unplanned, the kismet, where, because what is the fear of missing out? You can't be in two places at once. And even if you go to the third place, something happened, you run into someone. So Christopher Shaw Meyer was just like a delight, and to talk with him, he was just amazing. I mentioned running into Carla at the airport with Richard, and then I mentioned before about Mike Currid. I grabbed a bite with him, and after we had dinner at Giordano's. Yeah, like in California. I'm generalizing, but the Italian food in Southern California, and someone's going to say, oh, you should go here. But like, you could cry. It was so good. A chicken parmesan. And then afterwards, we went to a bar and watched Jaws. And we just did a masterclass. And we sat there and we were walking up to the screen and kept pointing at, it was a really big, nicely detailed, a new, really restored print. And that's how the evening ended, is watching Jaws and going through it with a microscope and just enjoying like the making of stuff and all the just minutia. So, but just also being in Martha's Vineyard, just in that place itself is, it's like Disneyland for Jaws people.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. We do have some comments chiming in here. Victor's asking, did Michael bring the orca? No, the orca is down in Florida, buddy. So if you want to see it, currently you're going to have to head down to Florida, but anyone is welcome to go visit it. And then he's asking if we have any video of the boat trips. We'll be coming back to that later. We're going to kind of wrap up on our boat trip, because honestly, that was one of the highlights of the weekend, without a doubt. Our nice little swan song for us to wrap up. So we'll definitely be delving back in there. So yeah, without a doubt. All right, cool. Well, onward and upward.
Go
ahead, Hoop.
I was just going upward.
Oh, go ahead, Mark. How about you?
I'm gonna copy what Jeff and Toby had said too. Meeting up with people, with folks that I met previously last year. Toby, Nate, and then meeting Jeff and Val for the first time. Was pretty cool too. And again, I'll repeat. Like seeing Rick Vale and Pete again was pretty sweet too. And then I guess, believe it or not, one of my highlights was talking to Greg Dole on the Alabama as well. I mean, he had an interesting story on how he got the dig, got that spot. I mean, it was, he was pretty cool to mingle. I really didn't talk to Jeff Kramer too much because he had like people swarming around him, but I was able to get that picture with him, which was nice, and finally got a signature in person. So, which was, it's pretty cool. I mean, but again, like I said, it was nice to mingle with, you guys and from previous years, and to only be shy. I missed seeing David and Jamie there too, so it was kind of. They were definitely. I was talking to Jamie while we were on the Alabama too. I think we took a picture together and sent it to him while we were doing that. So it was pretty cool, and
No, go ahead, buddy. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Another thing mentioning about Carla too, she was actually staying at the same hotel I was, and I seen her twice. Once she was walking along the top. I always forget what the name of the hotel was, but it's like the Vineyard Harbor Motel, I think it is. And she walked by us a couple of times, and I said hi to her, and I was down outside, down by the beach one night talking to a couple of people, and she walked by and she said, "I can never get rid of you guys, can I?" I'm like, "No, never. We're not going nowhere." So it's like, she was a nice person. I understood what, because the guy wanted to get a picture with me and her, but she said no. I respect that because, I think her agent wasn't too far away. So it's like,
sure.
I just didn't want to cause any, it was totally fine. So, but again, it was nice to mingle with, with everybody. So,
yeah.
I also can't stress how small the island is. I mean, I got the boat back with Christopher Shaw Myers, got the bus with Michael Hayden, the guitarist. You just bump into people. I must have bumped into you, Jeffrey, like 5 times in a day,
We were laughing because, like you just, I got picked up by an Uber driver an hours later, a Lyft driver, and hours later, the exact same person. And then later in town, because he had a distinctive decals on it. I'm like, oh, there he is. And then, now you're reminding me, I ran into Michael Hayden again, who was waiting for a bus, and somehow we started talking about meditation. So he kept just coming up to me asking about meditation. So you run into people, and it's a small world there, which is nice.
Another great guy we spoke to, Jeff, was Ryan, who wrote the Book of Quint, and he was a really interesting fella.
Yeah.
Really, really interesting fella.
Ryan Deco. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that guy.
Yes.
Oh, he's impressive.
Yeah, really is. Really is.
Can I just thought of something who we didn't give a shout out, and please tell me if I'm mangling a name. Is it Bowen Van Riper? Ripon?
Bowen Van Riper, yes.
Because we've had 2 historians. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you say it again, Michael?
It was Bo Van Riper, yeah, correct.
Bo Van, okay. So
Van
that
Riper.
man is a Riper. Okay, that man is a gift. He can tell a story. Like I went to this 1.5-hour lecture he did, and as I'm walking by and we talked, and he signed. I had a book at the museum. You can buy a Jaws map and guide, and you scan QR codes. It takes you places. And but as I was leaving, I overheard him say to someone, "Oh, I took my this is only the half of it. I have a 3-hour version." And I'm like, "Oh, I would do 3 hours of that." And then the other thing was on the Alabama, on the schooner, the Jaws cruise, Thomas Dresser was there. So 2 local, really established, distinguished historians who know their stuff. So, and if you ever get a chance, Thomas Dresser just writes books on Martha's Vineyard history that are excellent. And so it's just really nice to have those people around. And then Bo Van Riper is also a Jaws fan as well, which is pretty cool.
Yes, and was on the island when they were shooting as well. So yeah.
Oh, that's the other thing. I just would talk to strangers waiting. So I didn't drive. I flew, and I would talk to people, And a lot of people have Jaws stories like, oh yeah, I'm in Jaws. I'm on my dad's shoulders. And so many people like, oh yeah, I was in Jaws. And I'm like, wow, it's crazy.
Very cool.
Yeah, I had a
Well,
woman at
Mark,
the
you had
museum
mentioned
that said
earlier.
her.
Go ahead, Mike. There must be a delay between us. Sorry.
Oh, no, I said I had a woman at the museum that came up and said her boyfriend at the time, now husband, was the young man that wheels Hooper's shark cage onto the Orca.
Huh.
So, yeah.
How about that? Jeez.
You could make a
Okay, that
documentary
solves the
just about the
mystery.
people that live there.
Yeah.
You truly could. Yeah, you truly could. In fact, I think that would be a very interesting perspective to take and do, almost like a small doc, just with little, running into people and just catching their stories, or their perspective and take on things. Whether it be brief or sit down with them for 15, 20 minutes. I mean, I really think that would be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Well, they have that at the museum. So there was the Jaws at 50. I'm mangling the name, but there was come on, Deep Dive, maybe Jaws at 50 last year, and then they made it into Island Life, where it's a condensed version of it. But part of that exhibit was they have a wall of video monitors, and it's interactive. You can touch it, and they'll have testimonials where they kind of like you're witnessing catching frozen in time, people talking about I can't remember. It was like hang on, Eric Ropke, or they'll just be local, the people who worked on the Orca or casting, and it's their stories there, and they have some of that at the museum now, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And Mark was talking a little bit earlier about talking to Greg Dole, and Greg Dole was ended up coming on the boat with us along with Tom Dresser, which is kind of cool. We had some entertainment, and I don't know if you guys remember, but we started off the trip with Greg getting up and doing his line for us. I got a quick clip of it here for you guys. Let me bring that in. Here we go.
Go ahead. Jesus Christ, Finn, Shark 350, all ahead full, left full rudder.
And there it is. Yeah. So
I
that was
never heard
pretty
that
cool,
last part of it. All I heard was
Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't heard either.
Shark 350.
We're the Soul Brothers in the water.
Yeah. Right. With the Soul Brothers, with some snorkels and some cardboard out in the water. Yeah. And the boat ride on Sunday night, we were hustling. We were at the museum. Mike was finishing up his last show. I am trying to get everything out to the truck and packed up. You guys were meeting us so we could all walk down to get on the boat to start the cruise. And to say it was a bit of a hurry, to be honest with you, it was a little bit of an understatement. But we got down there and we're waiting to get on the boat, and they're taking us out. They're ferrying us out to the boat, and we get on the boat, and I didn't quite know what to expect other than going for a boat ride, and it was a blast. I mean, it was a good time from the minute we got on the boat. And I'll be honest with you, other than when they asked me to find the Brody house, I don't think I saw anything going off on the side of the boat. We were just all intertwined, having a good time, talking, telling stories, or you're doing trivia, whatever. I didn't see a damn thing. That's it. It was just us. And I'm not complaining. I mean, it was such a good time. I was so occupied just spending time with you guys.
That trip is a bargain. I mean, it was a little bit more expensive this time because it was a Jaws cruise, but the normal cruise I think is $100, and it's 3 hours, and it's great. It's worth it, man. I mean, Phenomenal. It's just really beautiful.
Who participated in the raising of the sail like that? Did you do that, Toby? Yeah.
Yeah. We all did.
There's video of it.
Yeah, there is some videos. It was good. It was challenging because you weren't. This wasn't modern. You weren't sliding.
I think I almost fell on top of. Didn't I almost fall on top of you, Toby?
You did. That's correct. Yeah.
That would have been dangerous.
You weren't sliding.
We should have sung a sea song so we could be in rhythm. It was all our fault.
You weren't sliding a Teflon coated cable up a precisely machined bearing race. It was literally metal hoops going up an old wooden mast, and so you had to put your time, put your work in. Yeah. In fact,
100 years old.
Like wow. We were done, so.
I think whose hand is that one on the bottom right? Whose hand is
That's
that?
mine.
Oh my God, you got the worst.
Yeah. It's because I was on the end, so I was getting the weight of it all. They put the shortest and smallest guy on the far
Mine
end.
was at the beginning. I'm not that dirty. Mine's at the top there. That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
It
that
was
was
a perfect
funny.
combination of a smooth ride, where it was really leisurely and a proper cruise.
Mm-hmm.
And then there were some moments where you had to remind yourself what angle you were positioned in when you would look back and the boat was like this.
Yes, that was
you would
cool.
see other boats on the ocean like this.
Yeah,
that was awesome. It was awesome.
That was quite something.
I lost my quintet to the ocean.
Oh, you poor guy.
Yeah, there was a casualty. Jeff lost his hat.
I was looking at the pictures.
And what's ironic was I said to Toby just before that, I had as a joke, I put on the bandana, the blue bandana, and I said, "Oh, we're in the third act now." And we could have built the cage, but it was appropriate that the hat, I guess, if that's where you're going to go. That
off to the gods, the Jaws gods.
Yeah.
It's going to wash up on the shores somewhere, and someone's going to find it.
It'll probably only get better with age. So there you go.
Or the ticks will use it as a home. You know?
Yeah, the ticks.
Hey, it looks like someone else is joining in here. Let's see if you recognize this guy. Hey, it's a paying happy bastard. Look at this guy.
Rick.
Hey, Rick Vale.
Rick Vale.
You should never let me in. Should never let me in.
Boy,
how are you, buddy?
I'm going to drive and see if I can do this.
He was asking those rapid fire questions at the talk. I mean, it was good job, Rick, man. Let me tell you.
Shooting them off.
Those questions were awesome, man. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Here's some rapid fire questions. What's the Kinder Boy's favorite drink?
Oh my God, anything with liquor in it.
Nah,
he was dark and stormy because I drank way too many with him that night. But I'm not going to put that on camera. I said, because he was there, I said, "Hey, everybody, so let me buy you a drink, Jeff." And he said, "I'll have to pay for my drinks." So I said, "Give me what he's having." And then, apparently when they make drinks for the Kinder Boy, they're a lot stronger than when they make them for us at the wharf. But anyway, I want to say hello to everybody. The mentally ill should not be allowed on this webpage, and they let me in anyway. So I'm sorry I couldn't make the cruise. It was great seeing all of you there. Jeff, you're like the new regime coming in. Mark Ames has been around forever, but we finally got him on board with you guys. I can pass him off. You guys can watch him now.
Oh boy.
And Val Capone. We all know your real first name is Valerie, but I didn't want to say anything.
I told you not to say anything.
And Mike, thanks for bringing us all together at the book signing and the Let's Talk Jaws Live. I give you applause off the chest for that one.
Oh, thank you, my friend. Happy to do it. My pleasure. Happy to do it.
Rick, can I just say it was good to see you again after all these years? You know, it's been almost 12 years since I saw you.
So Marcus Amos, the quick story, because I'm no one to hijack this. I tried to do a Jaws Fest kind of thing, and Mark will say 12 or 14 years ago, and I told a lot of people the story. Invited like 77 people, or I said, who wants to go to like a No Fest Jaws Fest? I said, let's just go to the island, meet up, we'll do something, and it can start just like this. Like this tonight could be the setting for the next fest. It doesn't have to be official; it can be unofficial, but. Mark went, and 77 people said, I'm in. I said, well, are you sure you're in? And that turned down to 72 people. They said, I'm in. I said, we're leaving another week. It was like 25 people. So I went to the island, and who showed up? Mark Ames. That's it. 77 people down to the incredible Mark Ames. And then with that, Pete also showed up. And we ended up going around the island. We saw, and Mark could tell you, we went and saw the movie. And who was there, Mark, when we went to see the movie, public showing?
Lee Ferrero.
Oh wow!
Lee Ferrero was in the back.
Oh, nice!
Wow.
Who opened the movie, Mark?
Michael was there too. Michael Hayden was there on stage on whatever they call that thing, playing the riff from the movie Campfire.
Yeah, playing the guitar.
Very cool.
And then we went down. They had the festival down in town, and they had all the leftover stuff from Jaws Fest, and they were selling it from 2012, and we did something else. I just said, man, I delivered. I just got lucky, but it was a great weekend. So so it's good to see him not eating. My wife's telling me to sit. I don't have to sit, honey. It was my wife's birthday, and she said I could still go to Martha's Vineyard, so that was good.
And we ran
That was
into
Father's Day.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Birthday.
Happy birthday.
You should never have two things like that together, like a birthday and Jaws' birthday and Father's Day. Come on, that was a lot, boys.
That was we celebrated Toby's
Janie.
birthday Saturday night. So
And Toby, was it planned for you to be born on June 20th, or was it just a coincidence?
I was 10 weeks early, so no, it wasn't.
Or it was for you. You came.
Yeah.
Toby, I realize I'm a lot for people from across the world. So when I met you and your mother, it's like Rick Vale, Pain Happy Bastards, should just bring it down a notch. And I can't because I get excited. So I don't want to hijack everything, but it's great to see you guys. And let's set up something and do it again.
Yes.
well, there is an inkling going on that next year, and I will be sending out some messages that next year we are going to try and get some people to perhaps regroup maybe next June. So if that's something you guys are interested in across the pages, let me know. Let Mike know, let Val know, let Janie know, or Hooper. And because we're gonna be getting I will say September, maybe early October at the latest. I want to start kind of putting things together and piecing this together because I know that we are definitely interested in heading back up there. So next year. So yeah.
Well, did anybody else have a conflict with Father's Day? Because I literally got in my car 6 a.m. and drove 400 miles to go have lunch in the evening with my father. So no one else had that conflict?
No.
On Sunday?
My Father's Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, way to bring the room down, Mike. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah.
Well,
that's cool.
And Rick, having you pop in here and Toby coming in, it really kind of solidifies what we've been hitting on. What kind of this weekend really revolved around, and that was just a bunch of us getting together and just hanging out and enjoying each other's company, with Amity Island literally being the setting. And it wasn't in the forefront, but it was the setting, and so it was the entire weekend. It was like another day in high school. It was like you show up and all your friends, you're back in first period class and all your buddies are sitting around you, and I felt like honestly like that was the course of the entire weekend, whether it was an event, whether it was going down the street, whether it was getting something to eat. It just worked out that way. And to me, that's what my highlight was for last year, was meeting the people. This year was just literally spending the time with people. So it was really, really cool. Yeah.
The one regret I have is that we didn't all wear name tags at the wharf, just so we can know who each other were. That would have been great, just so you can see all the online presence people. And even can anybody name this guy? Look at that one. This was one of my favorite shots, favorite autographs of the night.
He was there. What's his name?
Paul Goulart.
Paul Goulart. I was hoping to run into him, and I did not see him. Yeah.
He was in the corner at the meet and greet, and he did his autographs for donation. And I sat with him. I said, "This is one of the highlights of the night." I said, "How many takes for this?" And he said it was like, I think they did 5 or 6. And he said, "I was so scared. They used the first or second one." He said, "I was just there playing Ode to Joy or whatever it was on the clarinet." He still owns that clarinet, by the way, to this day. And he said, Shaw was behind him. And basically he said, every bit of emotion you see in that picture, he said, "I'm not an actor." that was real. He scared the hell out of me. So
I know Spielberg wanted that scene because there's a photograph of Spielberg playing it in Edgartown. He owned a clarinet and used to play. There's a great photo out there of him behind the scenes of Jaws playing it.
Yeah. And and Mike Hayden, boys, how many hours did he play that evening when he filmed? Do you remember?
Did he say, was it 4 or 7?
7 or 8?
He said.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was 7 hours. That's right. Because I slipped and said 5 just to test him, and he corrected us in his Mike Hayden way, saying it was 7 hours, and I played that 29 times. That same the same riff over and over again. So it was nice to see Mike get out. Mike could always use a hand. I visit him in the off season. I'll go out there and check in on him every once in a while.
He's a
Good
sweet
guy.
man. He's a real sweet guy.
Yeah.
I just want to go back to the clarinet, the Paul Gillard thing. So in the United States, the first time any of us saw that was when the premiere of Jaws on ABC TV, for timing or for gore or whatever, they cut stuff out and they put in that scene. And I remember watching that, just like my head exploding, going, wait, what? I've never seen this scene. What is this scene? And I forget who this weekend where they were calling it the Die Hard song.
I
which
did.
loved, like,
I called it the Die Hard scene.
Thank you, Val. Well done.
There he is. Look.
Well, go ahead.
Oh, that's
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
there you got it. Nice. Check that out. Here,
Show and
let
tell
me pull you
time.
in.
Nice.
Very
Wow.
cool.
Oh, wow.
nice.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Look at that.
Very nice. So we kind of finished off the weekend, and Rick, I apologize that you weren't there. But we finished off with the sailing trip, and it was neat to see everyone on the boat come together. We got on there, and Tom Dresser was there. We got on there. We did a couple trivia questions and some giveaways and stuff like that. They showed up with a big old cooler full of Narragansett, and so we got the idea that, you know what, we're going to thrush at Lake Quint. We're going to get the entire boat going along to do that. So unfortunately, I had to take up the slack for people like Mike and some other people, and had to drink their share on top of my own share so that everyone would have a can, because we didn't want anyone left out. So hey, just had to take one for the team.
Next year, we'll have to do a world record. We have to break that. We have to try and do it. Or at least attempt one.
And so we did that. We even sung a couple songs, and I've got some video clips here of this stuff. If you guys want to check it out, why don't we bring one or two of these in? So the first thing I'm gonna bring up is "Show Me the Way to Go Home," and actually the second video is the video we're going to end with tonight, because it's the song that we always end our show with. But we're gonna let our little rendition of it take us out tonight. But here's the first one. So here we go.
I'm tired and I want to go to bed. I had a little drink about an hour ago.
Oh, let's try this again here.
I'm tired and I want to go to bed. I had a little drink about an hour ago, and it's gone right to my head. Wherever I may roam, by land or sea or foam.
Oh, nice.
You can always hear me singing a song.
Wow.
Show me the way to go home.
Yeah, that was so cool, because everyone was joining in. It wasn't just us; it was the entire boat. We decided to play a game, and it made it even that much more memorable. Really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody had a great time on that boat. You could tell, even people that didn't know anything about Jaws, they said it was fantastic. It was great.
Yeah.
And I said before, I was talking to Greg just for a brief comment here. He was telling me how he got the gig, and he just said he was rehearsing that line, and Spielberg walked by and he heard him. He says, I want that in the movie. So, oh, cool. That's pretty cool. He was a pretty knowledgeable guy. But
very much so.
You're
Having a conversation.
talking about Greg Dole.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then Tom Dresser, I've been talking to him. I was telling Nate wants me to buy a couple books off of him, so I might just go for it. I already have one of them here. I didn't realize that was him. So he's a pretty good writer. And he's pretty knowledgeable too. He does a lot of tours there too.
So Greg was there last year, but he tried to jump on at the very end, and he didn't know who to talk to. If anybody wants to correct me, you can. So I ran into him at the museum. He had no idea where he was going, and I had my car. So I was like, I'll drive you wherever you want to go. I had a couple hours to kill, so we ended up driving around the island for the day. What a nice dude. and just telling Jaws stories, of which I can't remember any of them because I'm always interested in how many hours they filmed and his background and everything else. So this year he came back. He's like, "It's you again." I'm like, "Yeah, me." They let me on the island again, and he gave me an autograph. He's like, "This is for last year, running me around the car. I appreciate it." And it's glad to see he's into the Jaws celebrity family now, where he can go out there and do the autographs and be part of the whoever's left at this point. It was great.
Yeah, very cool. And as if there wasn't icing on the cake, we get off the boat, and of course we're hungry because no one had eaten dinner at that point. So we decided to hightail it over to offshore because we knew they would definitely be open. And that's my favorite local watering hole. And about, I don't know what it was, 10 of us, 12 of us pile into
11, yeah,
offshore
something like that.
about like 8:30 and grab a
11.
table and have some of their awesome brick fired pizza. And who's sitting at the bar other than Voorhees, and he comes over and hangs out with us, and that's how we finished the weekend off. I mean, it was just an absolute, blast, just sitting around. And he's telling jokes and stories and carrying on and stuff like that.
That was all coincidence.
No, all coincidence. It was not planned.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was
really,
so jealous. I thought you guys excluded me from that. I was like, you guys knew about this and didn't say anything to me. It's like, oh, ouch. That good for you.
And speaking of Jeffrey Voorhees, Jeff, why don't you tell how he stole your tell that story?
He didn't steal my joke. So so just behind the scenes, with Val. I'm doing Freddy 5-year-old humor, just scatological jokes and stuff. And I had a joke about Jaws and the characters getting digested. So anyway, I'm not going to repeat them. But anyway, we hear him say, "So when Jaws shit me out." And I look at Val. I go, "Wait, did he just?" So I go, Jeff, could you say what you just said again? And he said, "So after the shark ate me and Jaws shit me out, I became the original Jaws log."
Which is hilarious.
Quotable, yeah.
Put that on a shirt.
Yeah.
Put that on a shirt.
Oh my God.
Alice Skinner, the original Jaws log.
But it was just so like what Toby was saying and what Mark was saying about just running into people is, of all the places we go to dinner, and it's like the jawsiest group, and there's Alex Kintner. His fingers were a little pruned.
He just sitting there.
Yeah.
I think
apparently
he knew we were going to be there.
I also think he makes his rounds. I don't think he has any favorite bar. I think all bars are friendly to him.
Okay, good. But at least he chose a very a good place to go for us to be there. He was very appreciated. Yeah, that was great.
And we made some new Jaws friends. Remember, guys, at the offshore, there was Lindy. Lindy was there, right? Lindy, and she might be watching.
Yeah, a couple girls joined us,
Dawn and her friend. So we might have some new members watching. They were very nice to come with us and hang out with us too.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, a lot of fun, and it was, if you would have thought about how you wanted to kind of end, with a crescendo of a weekend, that just tied it all up. We get done with the events, we get on the ship, we get off, and we all head over to offshore, which for me was really special. That's my favorite place to be. And the next thing you know, Voorhees is hanging out with us. And he got up 3 times, was going to go, "All right, guys, I'm going to get going." But then he'd stop and go, come back over. "You know what? One more thing. Let me tell you, it was good. You could tell he was enjoying himself too,
I love that he told the Joe Alves story. That was good.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, guys, we've kind of hit around the hour mark and slowly curtailing to an end here. And typically, what we do is we end with Quint singing his famous song "Farewell and Adieu." But instead of Quint singing it tonight to take us out, you're going to lay witness to, unfortunately, us singing that version to take us out tonight. So before we wrap up and call it a night here, first off, I want to thank everyone for hopping on and joining it. Mark, I really appreciate you coming along. Toby, hopping on in there last minute. Buddy.
Great seeing everybody.
Rick, Jeff, I love the fact that you're here, but I can't tell you how much I enjoyed spending the time with you guys in person this week. And it meant an awful lot, way beyond a lot of things do. And honestly, that's what put the top on my weekend, and I just want you guys to know how serious I am about that. That was just incredible to spend time after time, night after night with you guys. So thank you very much.
And let's just say, Janie, you were missed, Janie. We wish you were there. We missed you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. We'll get you there. So
if I offended anybody, I apologize. And if I offended anybody, you're welcome. It was nice. No. I get way too excited on that island.
I don't know anyone that had a bad time or had a bad interaction. So,
can we do rapid fire? Do we have one more minute?
Yeah. What do you got?
Sure.
All right, Nate. Real quick, 3 words or 1 sentence or less. Go ahead. What pops in your mind right now when I say this past weekend? Say
it. Friendship, nighttime, and Amity Island. There you go.
Jeff, you're next. Go.
Amity.
Jeff, you're next. Go.
Lobster. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Jeff, we're gonna have to come back to you. Mark, what do you got?
Narragansett. Beer.
All right.
Singing.
Mike. 1 sentence. What'd you get? What'd you think of the whole weekend?
Old friends, new friends, and
I'm too fast for everybody.
I'll
just say this.
Friends again.
It was Jaws memories, passing the torch, keeping this thing going. And it was great seeing you all there, somehow keeping the whole torch alive, seeing new blood out there. It was just great. And can lightning strike twice? It was really close. Really close.
Yeah. Definitely.
Excellent.
Yeah, very strong statement made there. All right. Well, we don't say goodbye here. What we do is we say fins up. So if everybody can kind of join in, give me a quick little fins up, please, if you would. There we go. Hooper brought the real deal with him, so we'll take that as well. And we're going to finish out the night with our little ode to Quint of can crushing and the song here tonight. So I'm going to pull us back, and I'm going to pull the video clip up, and that's how we'll hang our hats on tonight. So thank you for hanging out tonight. Thank you for joining us, and please check in. We're here every Thursday night, same time. So thanks an awful lot, guys. Great to see you. All right. Here we go.
Cheers, everyone. Jaws family forever.
Wonderful. Hands up, please. Hands up, everybody, no matter what you have. Hold it up. Okay. On the count of 3, we're going to crush it like Quinn. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Crush them. Now, let's see if you know the song. Ready? Farewell and adieu, you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we received orders for to sail back to Boston. So never more will we see you again. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.